So we're going to start with some basic roll downs just to warm up through the spine here. So we're going to place the feet firmly onto the mat, taking our hands behind our thighs, scoop your belly and shoot your tailbone towards your heels as you roll down the mat, bone by bone, lengthening the spine as you go. As your shoulders hit the mat, bring the fingertips to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale as you reach the fingertips forward, bring the chin to the chest and scoop the belly as you roll up, grabbing the thighs if you need to assist you to come up and over, lengthening through the spine. Repeat, inhale. Exhale as you begin to roll down, shooting that tailbone away from you, scooping the belly and using the tummy to press that mid back down onto the mat. Inhale, fingertips to ceiling, off we go. Exhale, chin to chest. Keep the arms connected to the back as you scoop that belly in and reach forward, creating this big C curve as you go. You've got 2 more. Inhale, halfway back. Exhale, roll down. Inhale over. And exhale, rolling down all the way. Fingertips come up overhead. Extend the legs long and take a stretch here. Reach the fingertips away from you. Reach the heels away from you and have a great big stretch opening up through the body here. Bringing everything back together, we're going to find our tabletop position and come into our hundreds. We'll do hundreds from tabletop today just to make it safe and easy for everyone to do from home. Of course, there's some variations that we can work through in other videos. So from here, find your tabletop position. You want to make sure that the femur head is resting back into the hip socket, that our navel is drawn into our belly, and we're using our tummy muscles to keep thinking about pressing that lower back towards the mat without tucking the pelvis. So you want to maintain a nice neutral spine here. If this is too much still, you can absolutely replace the feet and go from here, but let's try and take it into tabletop today. Any neck issues, we're going to keep the head and shoulders down. Otherwise, inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the head and shoulders, taking the arms down towards the hips, reaching along through the underneath of the armpit to engage the back. We've got 10 big breaths here, pumping the arms vigorously. As we inhale, we begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 to go. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep beating the arms. Think about where your armpit is here. Can you get any more reach from underneath the armpits? Can you get any more curl up from your chest, lifting the sternum towards the belly button? How's your tailbone tracking? Are you starting to curl your tailbone up to think about getting more height? We want to keep that nice and long here. Inhale, exhale. As you inhale, filling up the belly with air. And as you exhale, pull that belly in deeper to support your lower back. Two more big deep breaths here. Hold there. Inhale, roll down and replace the feet. Coming into your roll up here, so we're going to flex the feet. If you need a little bit of assistance and you're at home, you can absolutely tuck your feet underneath the couch here to support you in keeping those legs long and engaged. If not, keep thinking about extending through the legs and try and reach the knees and the back of the thighs down into your mat. Pulling up through the tummy, we're going to inhale, bring the hands overhead. Exhale as the hands come up above the chest, scoop the belly, reach up and over yourself. Imagine you're coming over a great big beach ball and reaching forward for the toes. Inhale, rolling back. just as we did at the start, piece by piece by piece, resisting the urge to fall into the mat. Inhale overhead. Fingertips to ceiling, chin to chest, scoop the belly. Exhale, reach up and over. And come long here. Squeeze the bottom, shoot the energy through the heels, and walk that spine down the mat. Bone by bone, piece by piece. You've got 3 more here. Off we go. Keep thinking about lifting the belly up, lifting the ribs up. You don't want to squash that beach ball. Up and over. See if you can reach just to the toes here and then pull back even more to get more tummy connection and then roll away from yourself. Last one. Inhale, fingertips to ceiling, chin to chest, scoop the belly. Roll up, come up and over yourself. And reach, 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 reach. And exhale, rolling back down. Hands come beside the body. We're coming into our single leg circle. So we're going to pull the right knee into the chest. Relax it there in the hip socket. And then take your leg up to the ceiling and just walk up the leg here for a little stretch. It doesn't matter where you get to, just think about stretching the back of the thigh, letting that thigh bone relax down into the hip socket. This exercise is about pelvic stability, so it's really great for those of us that have had kids and got a bit loosey-goosey down there. Really good one to work on to keep the hips nice and stable. So walking back down the leg that is long on the mat is active, so I'm using my leg to press down into the mat to find some stability here. The leg that is up in the air is in a turnout position. My shoulders are wide and I'm pressing my arms down into the mat to use the tricep muscle for stability. I'm drawing my belly in, hip bones are drawing in together, everything is a nice stable base to work from. It's called leg circles, but the momentum is a little bit more like a capital D than it is a circle. We're going to take the leg across to the opposite shoulder. We sweep the leg down and around in line with our other shoulder and pull up using our tummy. Inhale across the body, sweep the leg down, around and lift up through center. We do this 5 times in each direction. If your hips are clicking here, you can absolutely reduce the size of the circle to make them more like the size of little dinner plates. If your hips are really stable and you've really nailed this one, you can take the circle a little bit wider, making sure that you keep your pelvis nice and still as you go, really using the tummy to find that connection. Reversing your circles, we take the leg down, around and across to that opposite shoulder, using the inner thigh here, and back through center. Down, around and lift. Down, around and lift. You have 3 more here. Down, around and lift. Down, around, lift. Last one. Down, around and lift. Replace the leg down to the mat. Bring your left knee into your chest. Relax it in the hip socket there. Take the leg to the ceiling and then walk up the back of the leg for a stretch here. Good. Finding your way back down to the mat, making sure that supporting leg is anchored. Your long leg is turned out from the hip here. Your arms are long on the mat, shoulders, chest open, triceps pressing down into the mat. We take the leg across the body, down, around and pull center. Across, down, around and pull center. You want to imagine that your tummy is being used to pull your leg up to center. And exhale, pull center. Last one, down, around and pull center. Reverse. Take the leg down, across and up. Down, across and up. Keep working that stabilizing leg to make sure that the body isn't rocking and rolling as we go. Last one, down, around, and release. Okay, rolling like a ball. Rolling up onto your bottoms here, and then I want you to pull forward on your mat so that you've got some space behind you. You're going to find the bony parts of your bottom here, scooping your belly and coming into that big C curve that we worked on earlier. Grabbing onto the ankles, we're going to lift the feet up off the mat into a little ball position here. Now this might be enough for you today, just finding this connection and hovering with the feet off the mat might be enough. What we're looking for is that the heels are pressing together here. My hands are pulling my ankles towards my bottom as much as my shins are reaching into my hands. So I'm getting a really big deep connection through my back here. I'm scooping my belly and I'm lifting up and over myself so I stay tall. To take it into your rolling like a ball position, we're going to inhale, rock backwards, exhale, pull forwards, and hold here, maintaining the gap between the heels and the mat. A couple of things to watch out for before we get going is to make sure that we're not rolling onto our head and shoulders. So as you inhale and rock backwards, keep your eyes looking at the belly, go just to the shoulders, exhale, roll back up. Inhale, rock backwards, squeeze the bottom, lift the belly as you exhale, roll back up. Together, off we go. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, rock back, exhale, come back up. Inhale back, exhale up. You've got two more here. Keep pulling those heels to the bottom. Keep scooping that belly. And exhale, hover, 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 and replace the feet. Coming into our ab series here. So we're going to use the hands behind our bottom and lift up and scoot backwards on the mat so the legs are long, and then rolling down onto the mat, ready for your series of 5. Your first exercise here is your single leg stretch. So we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. My inside hand is going to be placed on my knee. My outside hand is reaching for my ankle. And I'm doing this to really pull the knee into the chest and find that hip flexor release. Inhale to prepare, then exhale, lift your head and shoulders, lifting from the center of the sternum here. So we're not reaching from our neck. We're keeping the neck nice and long, our chin tucked into our chest, scooping the belly as you lift up, and we're going to lift that left leg long as well to a 45-degree angle. Really pull the knee into the chest here, keep the elbows high. Inhale, and then exhale as you switch outside hand to ankle, inside hand to knee. Inhale, switch, exhale, switch. Inhale, eyes are on my belly. Taking big breath in as I switch the legs, and as I exhale, I'm using my tummy to really pull that navel down to the spine, exhaling here. Modification would be to take the leg a little bit higher here, or absolutely keep the head and shoulders down on the mat. You've got 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take the head back down to the mat for a little rest before we go into double leg stretch. So similar movement, the knees will be coming in and out with the legs, but this time we're taking the hands behind the body. So we bring the head and shoulders up, scooping the belly and keeping the tailbone long. So we don't want to see this. We're going to keep that tailbone long on the mat, knees into the chest. We take an inhale, arms and legs are going to reach away from your center here, keeping a nice solid base. We exhale, bring the arms around the body as we reach for the ankles, pulling everything back in through center. Now, if this is a little bit too much for you, there's a couple of modifications here. So by all means, keep the head down. You can reach up, pulling the belly down as the arms and feet reach up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, pull it all in. You're still going to get the big stretch through inner thighs, outer thighs, and hip flexor release. Lifting the head and shoulders here. You can inhale up to the center and exhale, pull it all in from here. And your other modification is to not take the legs so low. So you might stay out at about 45 degrees, a little bit higher than that, and exhale, pull in. What we're looking for is that the arms and legs are working at the same level. So I don't want to see this. Okay, we want to keep the arms and legs together. So let's go, we're just going to go for 8 here. So keeping the tailbone long, pulling everything in. Inhale, extend, and exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, reach. Inhale, pull everything in through center, and exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. And reach. Inhale, lengthen. And reach. Last 2, I think. And reach. And last one. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And reach. Pull those knees right into the chest. Relax the head and shoulders. Replace the tailbone down onto the mat. And we're going to come into your single leg stretch here. So I'm going to take the right leg towards the ceiling and lengthen the left leg down along the mat. Coming into single straight leg stretch. So we're coming up a little bit higher than we were in the previous exercises. The tips of my shoulder blades are just lifting off the mat here. The leg that's working the hardest, believe it or not, is the leg that's up in the air here, because I'm using my tummy to pull the leg to my center as I reach the bottom leg away. So I'm going to take an inhale, pull my top leg using my tummy, not so much my arms. Exhale, switch, pull. Inhale, pull. Exhale, pull. Inhale, pull. Exhale, pull. So we're catching the leg as we switch. Pull. And last 2. And last 1. Good. Replace the head and shoulders, have a little break here. Turn the head through center. We're going to come into your double straight leg. So we lift the head and shoulders, hands come behind the head. Now I really want you to think about clasping the hands over the back of the head. The thumbs here are going to sit into the base of the nape of the neck to support your head here. The head is placing equal pressure on the hands, so it's a two-way force. My head is pushing into my hands, lengthening my neck, and my hands are helping lengthen as they reach my head up. Take the legs to the ceiling and find your turnout position here. Now this might be absolutely enough for you. To take the legs into the exercise, we're going to inhale, lengthen the legs away from the body, lower. Exhale, lift, keeping the tailbone down. You might be strong enough and be able to keep the body nice and still to get the legs all the way towards the floor. Exhale, lengthen. Or we can continue to work in a smaller range, keeping the legs and the body under control. And lift. If you've been working with me, you've got 5 more to go. Slow. Exhale, pull. Inhale, slow. Pull. Last one. Bring the knees into the chest, hug them in there, replace the head. Well done. Turn the head through center to release. Okay, last one in the series, we're going to take it into your crisscross. So again, a couple of modifications here. You can replace the feet onto the mat, take the hands behind the head and make this more of an oblique curl just for today. So as we go, we inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the head and shoulders, reaching through the rib cage. So we're rotating through the spine and back down. Inhale up and twist through center and down. To take it into your full crisscross here, we come back to our tabletop position, heels together, knees apart. Lifting the head and shoulders and taking the hands behind the head here. You'll inhale to prepare, extending the right leg, rotating the body to the left, twisting. My leg is reaching away from me just as much as my bent knee is pulling in through my center. And I rotate across my spine. Exhale, pull. Inhale through center. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. Inhale through center. Try and maintain the height of the head and shoulders. Exhale as you reach around, trying to take the elbow across to the opposite knee. Really pull that knee into the chest as you go, using your belly. You've got 5 more here. When we're working with this exercise, you really want to make sure that you're rolling across the spine here and that you're not rolling back as you rotate. So what I mean by that is we're not taking the head and shoulders down, we're staying lifted and we're working into that lift. We're not dropping and twisting. And if you've kept going, you should be done by now. So from here, sitting up on your mat, I'm going to take it into your spine stretch forward. So you want to bring the legs about hip distance apart here. Bringing the hands to shoulder height, and we're going to find our nice tall spine position. So finding the bony bits of your bottom here and sitting up off those. Think about lifting the rib cage up out of the waist. Arms are reaching forward. We're going to take the chin to the chest. As you exhale, you're going to peel your spine forward, taking the nose towards the knees. Exhale, reaching, keeping those feet flexed. Arms reaching forward, opening up through my lower back. Now as I climb back up, I want to think about taking my spine up a pole here. So I'm inhaling up, lifting my spine up an imaginary pole behind me or an imaginary wall as I go until I'm nice and straight. Inhale to prepare, exhale, reach up and over. Bringing the nose towards the knees. Reaching long, tummy still pulling back here. And inhale, roll back up. Inhale to prepare, exhale, curling over. Inhale up, last one. And exhaling down. And then you can just grab onto the ankles here and have a little stretch, taking the head all the way down if you can. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, legs come together, and that is your basic mat series done.